Have you ever wondered why the UK tabloids are so obsessed with Prince Harry's upcoming book? It's a question that begs for an answer, as the media cycles spin on. The tabloids seem to have a rather unhealthy fixation with Harry's literary ventures, the anticipation often masked by a narrative of fear and panic. Take, for instance, the recent headline from the Daily Mirror, "Harry Crisis Book Fears." The title alone is enough to stir up a sense of impending doom. But when you dig deeper, the picture painted is one of a palace in panic, royal insiders trembling, and Harry once more being cast as the villain. A dramatic portrayal indeed, but one that leaves us wondering, why does the truth seem to be such a threat? Whenever Prince Harry decides to share his side of the story, whether through a book, a podcast, or a documentary, the British media seems to react as if it's a national crisis. But why? Are they truly frightened of Harry's words? Or is it the truth behind those words that they fear? Let's not mince words here. Harry and Meghan are not the issue. The real problem is a system that has exploited them, smeared them, and tried to muzzle them. Now, with the prospect of a new book from Harry, the same media outlets that have made profits off of lies about him are attempting to control the narrative by portraying him as a threat. Yet, who is really profiting here? Certainly not Harry. It's these self-proclaimed royal experts and authors who are already marketing their own books, filled with so-called sensational revelations, allegedly from anonymous sources. They are the ones reaping the benefits from trauma, speculation, and hate. Harry has every right to tell his story, and if there's a second book on the horizon, we should welcome it. Honesty, healing, and accountability are not threats. They are necessities. The media needs to cease the fear-mongering and start taking responsibility for the damage they've inflicted. The real question here is, why does the truth seem to be such a threat? Every time Harry shares his side of the story, it's treated like a national emergency. But why? Let's delve into this, shall we? Whenever Prince Harry steps up to share his narrative, whether it's through the pages of a book, the audio waves of a podcast, or the visual storytelling of a documentary, the reaction from the British media is nothing short of dramatic. As if the nation's sovereignty is at stake, the tabloids explode with headlines, painting a picture of crisis and pandemonium. But what are they really afraid of? Is it Harry's words, his tone, or perhaps the platform he's using? No. The media's fear, their real fear, is not of Harry's words. It's the truth that lies behind them. The truth that these words unravel. The truth that challenges the carefully curated narrative they've been feeding the public for years. This fear is palpable. It's visceral. It's a fear of exposure, a fear of accountability. It's a fear that the walls of deception might come crumbling down, revealing the unvarnished reality beneath. It's a fear that the public might finally see the system for what it truly is. An antiquated institution that has for too long thrived on secrecy and control. So they react. They react with panic, with deflection, with more lies. They try to drown out Harry's voice with their louder, more sensational headlines. They attempt to discredit him, to paint him as the villain in a drama they themselves have scripted. But here's the thing. It's not Harry and Meghan that are the problem. These two are merely the scapegoats, the distractions. The real problem is a system that has exploited them, a system that has smeared their names in the mud, a system that has tried time and again to silence them. It's a system that fears the truth, that fears change. It's a system that needs to be held accountable. And for that, we need more voices like Harry's, voices that are brave enough to challenge the status quo, to speak their truth, no matter the cost. Because in the end, the truth will always prevail. As Harry gears up to release another book, the same media that profited from lies about him is trying to control the narrative. They're perpetuating a cycle of speculation and rumour, painting Harry as a threat, a villain, a rogue prince. But who's truly benefiting from this narrative, you might ask? It's not Harry. It's not his wife Meghan. It's not their young family. No, the real beneficiaries are the tabloids, the media moguls, the so-called royal experts who are busy spinning their own tales of intrigue and scandal. They're the ones capitalising on every headline, every hint of controversy, every whisper of discord. Take a moment to consider the royal authors, the ones who are already promoting their own books, filled with what they call sensational revelations. They claim to have their sources, anonymous insiders who are supposedly privy to the intimate details of royal life. But in reality, what they're doing is profiting off of trauma, speculation, and hate. They're peddling their own versions of the truth. their own narratives, all the while hiding behind the cloak of anonymity and the guise of expertise. These individuals, these so-called experts, are the real villains in this saga. They're the ones who are truly cashing in, reaping the rewards of a public fascination with the royal family. And they're doing so at the expense of Harry and Meghan, at the expense of their privacy, their peace, and their right to tell their own story. So the next time you see a headline declaring a Harry crisis, remember who's really causing the crisis. Remember who's really profiting from the fear-mongering and the speculation. The ones making money off of trauma, speculation and hate are not Harry and Meghan, but these so-called experts. Harry has every right to tell his story, and if there's a second book coming, we should welcome it. Indeed, why should we shun the opportunity for truth, for honesty, for healing? Each of us carries a story, a narrative that is uniquely our own. It's a tale woven with threads of our experiences, our struggles, our triumphs. Prince Harry's story is no different. The only divergence is the stage on which his life has played out. When we delve into the heart of the matter, we realise that the fear isn't about Harry's story. It's about the truth that his story represents. The fear is about accountability. Accountability, you see, is a two-edged sword. It can be a beacon of growth, of progress. It can also be a mirror reflecting our own shortcomings, our own biases. But isn't that the point? Isn't growth born out of acknowledging our faults, making amends and striving to do better? Healing, too, is a crucial part of this narrative. Healing isn't just about moving on. It's about understanding. It's about reconciling with the past. It's about giving voice to the silenced, about validating their experiences. And yes, it's about confronting the uncomfortable truths that we've swept under the rug for far too long. Honesty, healing, accountability. These aren't just words, they are pillars that uphold the edifice of a just society. They aren't dangerous, they are necessary. They are the stepping stones towards a world that is fairer, kinder, more compassionate. So if there's another book on the horizon, it shouldn't be met with fear. It should be met with open minds, ready to embrace the truth, to learn from it and to grow. It should be met with empathy, with understanding, with respect for a man who's taken the brave step to share his story, to bare his soul. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what we all seek? To be heard, to be understood, to be accepted for who we truly are? If there's another book on the horizon, it should be met with open minds, not fear. The media needs to stop the fear-mongering and start taking accountability for the damage it has done. A powerful statement indeed, one that holds under its umbrella a multitude of narratives, each echoing the same call for change. We live in an age where information is abundant, but so too is misinformation. And when it comes to the saga of Harry and Meghan, the media has been a veritable factory of the latter. The fear-mongering, the relentless pursuit of sensationalism has caused harm that extends far beyond the royal couple. It's a damaging narrative that seeps into the public consciousness, shaping perceptions and fostering division. The media, in their insatiable quest for the next big headline, have become architects of discord, painting Harry and Meghan as villains, and in doing so have lost sight of the very essence of journalism, to inform, not to inflame. But why is this important? It's because the media is a mirror to society, a reflection of our collective consciousness. When it distorts the truth, it distorts our understanding of the world. And when it relentlessly peddles fear, it breeds a culture of anxiety and division. The time has come for the media to take accountability for this, to acknowledge the damage they've done, not just to Harry and Meghan, but to the public discourse, to understand that their role is to enlighten, not to ensnare, to inform, not to incite, to tell stories, not to sell them. The importance of protecting Harry and Meghan, of ensuring their narrative is told with respect and accuracy, is not just about them, it's about all of us. Because when we allow the media to distort the truth, to fabricate fear, we are all diminished. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share this video to spread awareness about the need for media accountability.